is Will from Will Development, and this is my 181st weekly update. This has been, to say the least, a rough week. After a solid good 4 or 5 weeks of steady PRs and everything feeling strong, it caught up to me, as it always does, and it always will. And this last week was rough. I was still able to hit good numbers with all my lifts, but no new PRs this week on anything. Pressing went like dog shit on Monday. Back was good on Tuesday, but boy, I'm still feeling it today, honestly. And then when I deadlifted on Thursday, was not able to pull a new PR. In fact, wasn't even able to pull my 1 rep again, but I was able to pull 95%. I pulled 90% and then 95%, so it's one of those things where as long as I'm still close to it, I'm not concerned. And, but it was like everything just felt slow on Thursday. I pulled from 225 up, everything just felt slow. And they were all the same speed. I couldn't generate any speed. I mean, normally when I pull 315, at least the first 3, I'm able to lock out so fast that the bar kind of shakes a little, and that did not happen this time. Kind of running through this one because I'm tired and not a lot to say this week. Squats have been going good, back up to like 285 by 5 for like 3 sets, so that's exciting. And the pain in my hip has been lessening, which is very good. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Saturday, actually. I got to talk about Saturday. Saturday I hit a new PR on yoke. Hit 545 with no drop, which was very exciting. Farmers have been kicking my ass, but I've spent the whole week playing with my calluses, just trying to get them down, because I realized one of the things holding me back was the fact that my calluses hurt so much to grip the farmers. And farmers have always been my bread and butter, so it's one of those, like, I'm not too concerned about it, because at any given day I can grab a pair of heavy farmers and make it happen pretty well. So it was a bit of an emotional one on Saturday, actually, because I've never actually dropped farmers in my life because it was, because my grip gave out. And part of that's because I always make sure I have a really good pick with my hands from the start. And I actually dropped 200s or 210s on Saturday. I don't even remember what weight it was, but I dropped them, and it was a kind of an emotional moment, because it was like the first time I've ever failed at that, and it wasn't because I was too, beat up or whatever. It was just like my right hand just couldn't hold on, and I was like, wow. So that was a heavy moment. Not my highlight of the day. The highlight of the day was definitely the 545 yoke that moved and didn't drop, and it was pretty smooth. So at this point, I think I'm just going to stick near the 500s and just try to clean that up and make the timing on that as low as I can moving into the comp. And then from there, I mean, deadlifts are going good. The tire deadlifts are going pretty good. Pressing, I've hit 195. I hit 195 again tonight. So figuring I got about 2 more weeks at the most of actual time to push myself. And I'm hoping to touch 200 at least once on a push press, on a barbell, thinking that if I can get there with a log, I'll be right here, so it'll, maybe it'll... I'm looking to get at least 1 rep with that. If I get it, I'll be excited. I'll see what happens. It's one of those, like, I'll have to wait and see what happens at the comp, because it's, I'm going to push myself, but at the same time, I might just be so excited about just getting the 1, I might just be like, oh my god, and just like, depends on how easy it feels. So, I'm going to play that by ear. Planning for it. It's not too much strategy walking into this one, because it's like, it's my first one. I'm not looking to do anything crazy. I just don't want to zero anything. And as it stands right now, it doesn't look like I will zero anything. I can pull the deadlift for at least 1. I can definitely handle the yoke. Farmers, I can definitely handle. Sandbags, I've always been really good at sandbags. Still going to dig mine out and play with it at least once or twice before the comp, just to remind myself how to use it. And the only one I'm actually still a little bit concerned about is going to be the overhead. I'm right there, but I'll feel a lot more confident when I can push press with a barbell 200. I'll feel a lot more confident about it. But this week is not the week for that. This week has been the week of going through the motions, making sure the work gets done, and just sort of trying to survive it. It's been a rough week. I don't know why. It's just one of those things that all catches up to you eventually. So I am looking forward to tomorrow, being Strongman Saturday, hoping that it is a nice, strong day. If it is not, I'll just do everything I can to not get injured. And that's about it for training. Fun stuff coming up. I believe my year anniversary for buying my knee sleeves is coming up, which means a new review is going to be coming up, as well as a review of some shoes that I've been wearing for the last year that you can actually no longer buy, but I'll still do a review on them. And I will actually break my creed and do a mini partial review on the shoes I bought to replace them that were way too expensive. But when you find something you like, you gotta try to stick to it. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. Hopefully they last as long as these other ones have. If they do, then I'll feel like I didn't get gypped too much. But if not, then, well, I'll let you know how that goes in about a year. So look forward to that. And remember, not every week is going to be PR frenzies. So take every week that you can get those and enjoy it. And if you don't, then what's your excuse?